Don't just rely on your deodorant. Don't just rely on lotion. Put on a cologne. Start with a compliment. Just be like, hey, I like your shoes. Women say that when they're not as confident. Girls look at that and be like, oh my gosh, like he has a meal plan. Oh, he's in the gym this much. He does this. YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Sadaris in the building with another video. In case you didn't know the title for this video, I may title it this, I may not title it how to get more women. Now, I'm coming at this topic from a mature standpoint. I'm not telling you how to get more women so you can just go crazy and stuff like that. Cause, we gotta be disciplined. If you struggle with discipline, I got an ebook. It's called Discipline Disciple. Make sure you cop that. By the time you watch this, I'll probably have my other book out. It's called Foundational Fearless Faith too. When I make this video, it's so you can, really just find your wife. But before you find your wife, you may have to speak to a couple of people. But it's just, you want to feel wanted, is what I'm saying. So, if that makes sense, I'm not saying you gotta have a bunch of girls, but I'm saying being able to communicate, helps you with women, helps you in life, period. You gotta work out. The reason why I'm saying you gotta work out is it'll make you feel more confident about yourself and it shows a level of discipline. So women are attracted to those things. They're not just attracted to muscles. When women say they're attracted to dad bods, don't listen to that. The reason why I'm saying don't listen to that is because women say that when they're not as confident and they feel like they need to have someone that's not gonna get as many women, essentially. That's just what it is. So I'm saying working out, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos about like why every man should train, stuff like that. Make sure you check that out. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I'm just saying it shows a lot of things. It shows discipline, it shows. I remember a couple of years ago, I asked this girl if she would date like a fat dude, and she was like, oh nah, I would never date a dude that's irresponsible. And I was just like, dang, she thinks that's irresponsible. That's kind of like harsh. But then when I thought about it, I was saying, dang, yeah, that does show a level of irresponsibility in a way. So I'm saying when you work out and say you posting your meal plan, stuff like that, girls look at that and be like, oh my gosh, like he has a meal plan. Oh, he's in the gym this much, he does this. And they see the results, they're like, oh, I can trust this person. He's gonna show up, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. And they could probably learn from you too, you know what I'm saying? So when she can be like, oh, can you help me work out? And that's a door right there, a door to courting, obviously. I'm not saying a door to fornicating and leading women astray. I'm saying for your wife, that's like it's a talking point pretty much. If you walk somewhere and say, I got a chain on, somebody like, hey, you got a nice chain. A girl could see that and be like, that could be like an easy talking point. But even for you see a girl, you don't know what to say. Start with a compliment. Just be like, hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like your shirt. And that can open the door. Say something. Even if you try to slide in DMs and stuff like that. If you don't know what to say, start with a compliment. Or it's better than sending an emoji, is what I'm saying. When you say a compliment, it stands out more. Number 2, being consistent is something. So I'm saying like, I'm not 100% sure how you can track it, but like getting a degree, that shows consistency. I didn't get my degree, I dropped out, but the reason why, so say if you dropped out, they just gotta see that you're chasing something, so I talked about that too, about, I think focusing on yourself with what I titled that video. So when you focus on yourself, you chasing, your purpose, you chasing something, they see you doing it consistently, women pay attention to all these things. They may not know what it's called, they may not know that they're doing it, but it's like a psychological thing they're doing, like, oh, yeah, I'm seeing him posting all these videos. I'm seeing him go to the gym all the time. I'm seeing him like study for this degree. I've seen him do all these things. They like that. It shows consistency and it shows persistency and it shows that they can trust you. Women know they want a man that they can trust. So if you're doing these things that's showing trustworthy qualities, they'll be like, all right, yeah, I can trust this person. You gotta pass the eye test too. So say, make sure, your hygiene on point. Always smell like something too. That's another point. So when it comes to getting women, don't just rely on your deodorant. Don't just rely on lotion. Put on a cologne. You gotta always smell like something, in my opinion, because it stands out. When I was in college, I got a lot of girls. But one of the reasons why was because I always smelled like something. I would walk by I pretty much got, one thing I could have did differently at that time was have different colognes. I think I only had 2 colognes at that time. I'm saying I always smelled like something, that girls, you know, they remember that. They remember the subtle things. So when you smell like something, obviously it shows hygiene, it shows you take care of yourself, and it shows that you care about your appearance. So, and it leaves a lasting impression. Like, think of it, you go on a date with a girl, she smell, you know, feminine and stuff like that, you gonna remember that. It's gonna make you attracted to her even more. And I was just talking to one of my friends about this actually not too long ago. I bought the, I forgot what it's called, but it's some type of lotion, cologne. I forgot the name. But I was saying, like, yo, this stuff smells like soap. It don't even smell like cologne, but that stuff still is good though. You know what I'm saying? One of my friends said something like, oh nah, we already got some type of scent that women can smell. I'm gonna drop the name of it here if I edit this video, but don't just rely on that. You put on some cologne, smell nice, use body oil, something. That'll make you stand out more, and that'll make women more attracted to you. Because you know, when you walk by a girl and she smell you, or you walk in the room, she smell you, that's gonna stand out, that's gonna make her attracted to you more too. So the next point is being bold and being confident and not caring about what people think. So girls like it when, you know, you're all those things, but I'm saying you gotta say what you mean and mean what you say, even if it's controversial. So if you post something on social media, if you, whatever, you don't gotta even be a content creator. If you just posting stuff on your story, say you don't like Trump, say you don't like whoever, and you post about that, it shows, okay, this person doesn't care, or it's open to people coming at it, it's open to criticism somebody may say. But I'm also saying this, don't be the type of dude that's arguing with people in the comments either, because that shows some bad qualities to an extent. Like, debating is one thing, arguing is another thing. So don't be the type of dude that's arguing about stuff, because what'll happen is girls will attach that to being emotional. And that's the last thing you want. You don't want a girl to think you're emotional. You want her to think that, you know, you're stable and stoic. I'm saying when you post about things that you believe in, even if it's controversial, even if it's not, it shows a level of, okay, he's gonna just talk about things that, you know, can come with backlash, and she's gonna be able to trust you more, because it's gonna be like, all right, he stands up for what he believes in. So if when it comes to leading a family, she's gonna trust you and be like, all right, so he's gonna stand up for us. Like if something that, you know, needs to be stood up about, he's gonna do that. He's gonna stand 10 toes down. Another part is, so when it comes to the training, knowing how to fight. So I'm saying, learn how to box, learn how to do karate, learn how to do something, wrestle, whatever. Because what that'll show is, you know, the protection part, obviously. You know, once you start to get nice, post it a little bit, like on your social media, because then, you know, women will see that, be like, all right, so now they can see it, now they can, you know, trust you even more, be like, all right, so yeah, so can fight, so can whatever. You know, I forget, there was one other part I was trying to mention, but yeah, so the training, you know, yeah, the fighting, and I guess I'm gonna just miss whatever part I was about to talk about. But you know, when you show those things, it shows discipline, one, but it also shows that she can, you know, trust you as far as protection and things like that. So that's another thing that'll help you get more women. The last point is kind of, I don't want to say cliche, but obvious. Just be yourself. Women can tell if you're not being yourself. So I'm saying, you're unapologetically yourself. Not only attracting, that's how you're gonna attract the right woman of God. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So if you out here being somebody you're not, that's gonna come back to bite you, because now, you know, you attracted somebody that don't even like you for you. So you know you don't want to be in that situation, so you gotta be unapologetically yourself. But make this far, King Sadaris, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, roll to 100 videos.